Hello, it is a dark episode for March the 20th, 2023. And, well, I finished The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich by William Schreier, which was a really exhaustive, really interesting, really fascinating, really compulsively readable history of the rise and fall of the Third Reich. By Shire, who was an American foreign journalist who spent his time in Germany all the way through the rise and was there indeed for the fall of the Third Reich. So someone who is like really on the ground historian, which was quite amazing. And I think, as he says, and afterwards, quoting a one of the historians of the time who actually kind of said, "Hey, you did a good job," was that this was an unprecedented thing because the the Nazis fell and all these records came free. That you're actually able to get a fairly instantaneous access to what actually happened, whereas I'm sure the American side of the story has probably taken several generations for records to get declassified and things to get known. I mean, not that he knows everything, but I mean, probably for the purposes of what I want to know, give me a really good sense of just how profoundly abysmal this movement was, just how horrendously dark of a manifestation of humanity this was, and how relatively brief it was, and how incredibly destructive it was, and how degrading, and how shabby, and how pathetic, and how vile it was. And it's by no means the last word on things, but it's one of these books that I can remember being in like high school or something like that and picking up one of these books and starting to read it and not being able to take it in at the time and just kind of walking away from it. And in a lot of ways, picking this up and reading it all the way through is sort of me saying, okay, I need to actually get through. And it's not somebody, this is definitely not somebody who's like reveling in this shit. This is someone who is really horrified and disgusted by it, but it's not some kind of pathological kind of I'm jerking off to all the horrors of the world kind of asshole. I can't imagine. I mean, it was his story. I mean, this is a guy whose life work was in Germany for decades upon decades, so I can see why this is his story to tell. This is something like this is his mission, and I'm really grateful he told it. So yeah, I did that. I actually went and listened to the 3 book reviews. I pounded out really quickly and then just had no stomach to go back and listen to, and maybe I'm just really in a light, forgiving mood at the moment, but all 3 actually seem like, oh, I could maybe release these as just public videos, which is nice to see. I still and ah. I think there's a certain amount of that is just going to be my natural cadence, especially when I'm trying to marshal thoughts on a book review. That's makes it very difficult to not in those circumstances. I think I've gotten better, like in a video like this, where it's not so much, I'm doing it right there. It's not so much where I'm trying to be precise and I'm trying to be accurate. Here, it's just, well, I'm just talking off the top of my head, and I don't have that same kind of nervous tick going on because I know no one ever is going to listen to this. So therefore, I can talk in fairly flowing sentences to a degree. So that was nice to see that. other than that, I mailed off all the Telus equipment because we switched to Shaw, that other asshole, asshole te- telecommunications company. They're all assholes. They're all have us in their grips, and there's no escape. But at least I can shift from one to the other, and so far that has been successful. Probably won't be always, and we'll be cursing them next. It just seems to be the nature of the beast when you're trapped with one. But I was able to ship off all the equipment of the old one and get that done, so that's really nice to have that off my plate. Yeah, and that's about it for tonight. I'm gonna leave it there. That's the big stories, and maybe I'll talk about Picard season 5 tomorrow. I don't have as much to say about that because I actually enjoyed episode 5, Imposters, more than I did the no-win scenario, the one before. Maybe I'm being a little less judgy. Or maybe this one was just a little bit more. Okay, we zipped along. It's got some good paranoia. It's got kind of mystery box shit in it still, but okay, fine, whatever. Mystery, mystery, mystery. Continue on. Alright, I will leave it there. I've been Jay. More videos later.